Hello, hello. Yes, it is Tensei Kwam in 2026 uploading a video, Minecraft video at that, over Jujutsu Kaisen, the Cursed Fate mod. So funny enough, so here recently, what I've been working on is a couple different add-ons for the Cursed Fate mod, and I actually commissioned somebody to make those a reality, as my programming skills just aren't there quite yet. We're getting there, but not there. Only thing I'm good at is modeling and doing skins, which the skin I'm wearing right now is mine, but I'm wearing some Cursed Fate armor. But anywho, the new update for Cursed Fate just dropped, and we're actually taking a look at Malice and Light, the new technique. That is a add-on that came with the new update. Funnily enough, like I said, I did write the full moveset for this curse technique and also paid for it to become a thing. Same with Chaos and Harmony and also Disaster Plants. We do expect to see some other techniques coming on through. And the wonderful, wonderful person who is creating these mods and making them public for you to play, I guess I turned around, you to play, is Stella, and her Discord is down below, as well as my Discord, in which we run a server where we play all sorts of different mods together as a group, and I pretty much have fun with everybody, right? It's a comic/anime server, so if you like those two things in Minecraft, go check it out. But anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the technique here. This is a really, really good one. I'm really proud how it came out. Okay, so we went ahead and transitioned on over to the wonderful menu for it. As we see, we have some really great art by some more individuals that Stella work with all of our movements here. One thing that Stella has gotten good at is actually being able to add descriptions to these moves. A lot of different add-ons don't have this capability, which is really, really great, and another reason why I usually like her work when it comes to these mods. So pretty much we have the first ability, which is Light Beam. I'll let you take time to read that, and as I show off these moves, I'll be showing them on the screen as well. We also have Solar Show. We also have Illuminated Stomp. We have Reverse Darkness, and it's purposely dark on purpose, as you know, you're not really supposed to know. You do actually have to have Reverse Curse Technique for this one. We have Maximum Output, and then we have the Domain Expansion, Otherworld Between, Darkness and Light, Reverse Transcendence, which is a really, really great thing. It says not yet in the game. This is in the game because it updated today, so hopefully she'll fix that verbiage here soon. But we're going to go ahead and get this equipped, and then we're going to show off on a couple Iron Golems. Okay, we're going to start off with our first ability here with our wonderful participant, Mr. Iron Golem, which is a Light Beam. You shoot out a beam of light forward that will deal damage. So it does a reasonable amount of damage, about 30 damage to this guy here. There is a flow version of this in which he shoots the larger beam out. I believe he did this to Maharaga. This may kill our test subject. Actually, he is still alive. So that took a nice 40 points as well. And then there's also a chant version, which is another thing that he did to Maharaga, where he shot multiple beams of light at him at once and destroyed his whole upper body. Oh. Looks like aiming's a little bit difficult. As you guys saw, there's some new textures for the flow state. So we will come back up here. Try that again. All right, there we go. So as you kind of seen there, that was just that first ability here, and pretty much, yeah, really, really great stuff. Really great stuff. We'll move over to the second ability now. All right, this second ability is called Solar Show. You shoot beams out of the beams of light forward that will entrap targets in place, and it deals a small amount of damage. The flow state allows for you to create a ladder and where you could run from targets. You can shoot your abilities from up top, and then the maximum output allows for you to shoot a huge beam from the sky that will charge up and take out a chunk of the world. We're going to save the maximum output abilities towards the end, but pretty much this is what that ability looks like. We see here that he gets completely impaled. He actually has slowness, as you guys saw there for that split second. He does take damage here. So he has slowness, stun, and resistance during that time, as it's not supposed to be too OP. It's literally just supposed to stun somebody. This next portion here, I'm going to kind of wait till he gets out here. You guys will get to see the cool new flow effect that they have added. It's really, really cool in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and knock this out the way because I know this will be the case. If I use flow while standing next to him, I will impale him and stand up top here, similar to what Dabura did when he did to Maharaga and look down. So really cool stuff. That'll take us to our third ability. All right, now we're on our third ability, which is called Illuminated Stomp. You slam your foot onto the ground, which will take out a chunk of the world damage and damage all people nearby. Pretty much this is supposed to be inspired by that scene where Dabura put both his feet on Maharaga's head and pretty much, you know, stomped his shit out. So as you'll see here, this one, like I said, is more ground oriented, trying to get on a level ground with him if he will stop running from me. You see there that a bunch of damage kind of came out from there. With this ability, there is a max output version, but like I said, we'll come back to that once we get to max output. All right, now we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the darkness ability, in which, as you see here, if I try to hit it, it spams. You need reverse curse technique in order to unlock this ability. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Cursed Fate. If I can remember what it is. Okay, so now I am back and I have unlocked reverse curse technique. We're gonna summon another Iron Golem because I don't know where our other buddy went. But pretty much this is what that move looks like here. I'll go in third person for this one, as you see a charge on up. I am using a third person mod as well, and then you see the pure darkness, and for that time period he cannot see whatsoever, and it does a nice chunk of damage here. This ability does have a chant variant in which it will increase the range and the damage, so let's go ahead and do that to its max. In which you've seen the bigger damage being done there. As of right now, I do have World Destruction turned off, by the way, if you are wondering. I do that because it's just easier to showcase stuff. So if you want to see what the World Destruction looks like when you play the mod, hey, feel free to download it yourself and play it. Cursed Fate is a wonderful mod by Harugan, and like I said, Stella add-ons are really great. In order to clarify as well, there's also Dabura horns, and I won't be showing that off because once more, I would love for you guys to download them, download the mod and see them for yourself, the model. So with that being said, we're going to go on to maximum output moves. So just like regular maximum output buffs, a couple moves, and we'll go over the 2 and 3 that get buffed in set state. So let's go ahead and summon some more Iron Golems as that guy has escaped, and we'll see what those moves look like now. All right, we got the second ability, which is max output. You shoot a huge beam from the sky that will charge up and take a chunk out of the world. So as you see here, you have the first initial blast. And then it gets bigger, and bam! Oh boy, takes a lot of damage. A really cool move in my opinion. Alright, this next ability is the 3. We will cover that one, and then max output for the Illuminated Stomp is that for this one, you speed blitz behind your target and you kick them with a downward kick and shoot yourself into the sky, and you slam your foot back into the ground. So pretty much this is the equivalent of the light speed kick he performed against Maharaga, in which he made that giant explosion. So I'll be showing that off now. And pretty much that one is there too. This one also has destruction, as you see, and that destruction is pretty massive. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the last portion, which I know everybody was waiting for here. All right, so what we're going to show now is the domain expansion for this technique. This domain is really cool in my opinion. It has its own music as well, and like I said, it's very much usable in combat. So we'll go ahead and pop that now, and I'll be quiet so you guys can listen to it. And pretty much inside this domain, you see both a reversal transcendence and an actual transcendence of the crosses going up and down. We have some really cool music here. Spawn a golem so you can kind of see what's happening. Once he gets hit with one of those crosses, he begins taking damage over time. It's as if he's being erased out of history. yeah, I had to kind of take some liberties on the design for that, as we didn't get to see exactly what that curse technique Skull Maiden expansion did, and I don't think we ever will. So pretty much I based the design off of the idea that he's literally fast forwarding inside of his domain using that light speed to the point to where your body is deteriorating. Because he kind of hinted at it when he said his body was getting heavier and hurt coming into that speed. So that's kind of the idea, that he takes the entity and moves at light speed. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this quick add-on. If you really enjoyed it, like I said, please make sure you go play Stella's Discord some love, as well as stop on by my Discord, and feel free to join us on whatever that you were on at that moment in time. Harugan's mod is also linked down below. So like I said, if you're doing Minecraft, stick around.